This week on AYL TV, I'm joining Scott and Tonya Huntsman, and we're getting a history lesson on Moab's famous Hell's Revenge Trail with the legendary Dan Mick. Then we are celebrating one great organization and all they do for Utah's disabled community with Compassion Mobility's 4th anniversary.
You know what, it is springtime. We are down in Moab with the Jeep. There couldn't be a better day.
Nope, it's actually pretty warm. I'm the weather girl every time, so I'm telling you, it's a really nice day.
We got Tonya's stamp of approval on the day.
We do. Hey, welcome to AYL TV, everybody. I'm Scott Huntsman.
I'm Tonya Huntsman.
And I'm Scott Phillips.
You know, here we are, Hell's Revenge Trail in Moab.
It's fantastic. I love this trail.
First time.
No. In fact, I was telling my wife, this is such a great confidence builder trail because the obstacles look so terrifying sometimes. You know, they're daunting. But then you get on them. Yeah, you get on them and you have so much traction that it's not that bad. The intimidation factor is really high, but the actual execution is not as bad as you think.
Never done this trail with Dan.
Yeah,
how about you?
No, I've known Dan for years and I've never been on Hell's Revenge with him. So this is exciting.
Very knowledgeable about the area, and it's so great to be able to hear all the stories and everything that's happened in the area. And
I've learned some driving techniques from Dan, attending some of the other trails with him. So
still need to get the wedgie down though.
I enjoyed the roller coaster. That was a lot of fun.
Oh man!
All my years of driving Hell's Revenge, and I've never put it in neutral and rolled down the hill like that.
How cool is that? Well, there you go.
We like to unplug, get away from all electronics. We like to be able to be a family, and when we're jeeping, it's a picnic next to the Jeep. It's no phones usually. We don't have service. It's just us, our little family, the unity between it. And it's very nice to be able to get outside and promote all of that healthy living, because it is extremely healthy to come out here and enjoy yourself in the way that we do.
Trail Ambassador program is a larger program than just motorized. It started back in 2019 to provide sort of like an on-trail visitor experience, like a visitor center, to provide that information that people are looking for. And the aim of our entire program is to protect Moab trails for generations to come. So we're doing that by helping provide stuff to help people clean and keep the trails clean. So these are spill kits we give out.
Yeah, even a little potty bag. What happens in Moab doesn't necessarily have to stay in Moab.
We learn from it.
Yeah, exactly. I see also you're passing out some water bottles. Obviously, keep yourself hydrated in this desert.
dad was very strong and instrumental in is keeping public lands public. We'd like to see that continue. I think it's important. You know, my dad really believed that public lands hold the promise of our freedom, and they really do.
We go jeeping for vacation, honestly.
Yeah.
We do. Our vacations include our jeeping because it's something that we love so much.
Absolutely.
Second I got on the trail this morning, I was just
All
so
smiles.
happy and all smiles, and all the stress went away. And
Everybody, welcome back to AYL TV. Riding along on the Hell's Revenge Trail, and I am riding currently with the mayor of Slick Rock.
Climbed up over Lacey's Hill right there. Named after my daughter back there in the red Jeep.
Oh, really? That's named after her, huh?
Yeah, she climbed up that with a bunch of her girlfriends. A bunch of guys telling her she couldn't do it. She just drove right up through it all, and then kind of like mad that she made it look so easy.
Wow.
It's all knowing the right line out here, you know.
What would Dan Mick say his favorite trail in Moab is?
Cliffhanger.
Really?
It's difficult as can be right now. It's been chewed up a lot, dropping down in there, big rock boulders to climb on. But the view out at the tip out there overlooking all the canyonlands
Oh, yeah.
and back this way towards the mountains, great place to have lunch. Rail fence here. See, they put that up because people would drive from over there across here and yep, stay the trails.
Hell's Gate, I'm gonna figure you probably were one of the first to do this.
I was.
When was that?
Can't even remember the exact year. A long time ago. Lacey's in her 30s now. She was just a little kid. I dropped off the ledge like this a little bit, you know, and right about here she yelled something that sounded to me like, "Oh, fire truck."
You were telling me earlier you got to shake hands with Ronald Reagan.
I haven't washed his hands since. But yeah.
This is the Stairway to Heaven?
Stairway to Heaven.
All right.
See
Stairway to
scratches on
Heaven.
both sides of the rocks, left and right, where people lay it over, roll, and slide to the bottom.
come up an obstacle like this, you have a crowd of people cheering you on. This is my first time riding as a passenger. Okay, you got my attention. You got my attention.
If you just saw the look on your face after
You saw, well, I'm glad I had the camera not pointing at me. Where's the poop bag? Well, that was awesome. I enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun, including the little hair raiser at the end.
Oh, we like to do that. You know, we do this so many times. People say, "You ever get tired of it?" Nope.
Welcome back to AYL TV. We are just outside of Moab in the Sand Flats recreational area, and we are on a trail today that's called Hell's Revenge. And I love doing this trail in my Jeep, but there's so many different ways that you can experience the trail and see things that people can't see just in a normal, regular vehicle.
Sand Flat Recreation Area really is just a place that you can come and have a ton of fun, but with lots of options too. You can hike, you can bike, you can do your jeeping, the side-by-sides. Everyone's welcome here. That's how we want it. We want to make sure that people are here and welcome, and they can have a safe place that has those trails that are already built in to where we can enjoy all of these off-road activities.
So we're going through the Devil's Highway hot tub here. And I'm going in his, I'm gonna call it the limousine stretch TJ.
The Jeepozine.
The Jeepozine. Now, this is a little intimidating looking, you know, from this spot right here. All I see is, I'm looking down and I see one big old straight wall up here.
Trick here for me is I get the front tires on the obstacle, then I just floor it.
Okay, the suspense is killing me. There we go. Yeah, buddy. Woo! Yeah! We did it!
I've driven Hell's Revenge somewhere around 4,500 times. So there's really nothing out there that even gets my heart rate up anymore. I enjoy having the people in the Jeep with me and taking care of them, making them laugh, making them have a good time. I tell people I don't really have a job, I'm retired, I just get paid to make tourists scream twice a day.
My son is 48 years old and has been on 42 Jeep safaris. My granddaughter is 35 years old and has been on 35 Jeep safaris. What we hope and what we work for is that your kids, your grandkids can still come do it. The trails will be open for them. That's the reason we do it.
We went up the escalator and now we are going down. And you know, having the right vehicle to give you accessibility and of course the right know-how is the key to getting through an obstacle like this. I'm gonna call this the mobility machine. Speaking of mobility, you know, there's a company that's celebrating its 4th anniversary of helping people with mobility issues to get out onto the trails. So while we're going down the escalator with Richard, you check out that story.
Today is a celebration. It's the 4th anniversary of Compassion Mobility. Since it first began, the Spanish Fork, Utah company has strived to give people with limited mobility not only the means to travel through the world, but also to connect them with outdoor adventures and experiences.
The first day we actually had a bunch of scooters and one van. So our intent when we started off was wheelchair van dealership, and we started adding the outdoor mobility equipment as we grew and as we saw the need, especially locally, for people who wanted to get outdoors and do stuff outside.
I just love like the events they put on. It's so much fun. Like they sponsored a camping trip for me to go to. That was a ton of fun. They just love getting everybody outdoors so they can like get away from city life and stuff like that.
If they don't have it, they're going to find it. They're going to ask you all the questions and do all the research for you based on your answers to figure out what the best equipment is to meet your needs. They help you, they ask questions, they treat you like family, they take care of you. They have events like this to have everybody come together. And it's not about selling their product and anything like that. It's just, here's our community, here's the people we help, and we're here as ambassadors to help them as well because they're just such a great company. I love these guys.
I have a daughter in a wheelchair, and having a wheelchair accessible vehicle makes it so that we can go anywhere we need to with her. It makes it so that we can get out in the community with her and involve her in things that we wouldn't be able to if we didn't have that wheelchair vehicle. So it changes people's lives.
Always at the top of the game with technology, the latest, greatest innovations that's out there. They got it for everyone, and they're just really compassionate working with families, children together just to support their needs and what they need to get out there and accomplish what they'd like to go do.
My dad was in a wheelchair. He was paralyzed at the age of 40. He really didn't get a lot of the opportunities that we are able to offer now. We've seen it, we've lived it. We've had somebody in that position and we know what it's like. We know what people go through. We know how the outdoors can affect people. That's why we have a program with our track chairs and whatnot that we let people borrow them if they need them. So to get out and have fun. You know, people who can afford them are going to buy them. The people who can't are going to enjoy them. So that's kind of what we do.
There's something that can work for other people and some things that don't. I feel like if you tried like more mobility things, there's more opportunities for you to get anywhere you want and for you to have more independence. I think that's the most important thing of what compassionate mobility does, is give us more independence in our daily lives and where we can go anywhere we want.
We partner with a lot of different companies who do everything the stuff that we don't do in this industry so that we can be a resource for people who have a disability.
We've, with them, been able to change a lot of kids' lives so they could not only be out in the outdoors, but just get around in life. We've been doing things with kids with disabilities for 30 years and started getting involved in helping them with their equipment. And Compassion Mobility came and they've been more than generous to help us, donate stuff, help us get these kids to be able to be mobile, to be able to get in the outdoors and to be able to go fishing and hunting and doing things.
They love to help and be a part of this mission, of our mission, and helping others out there in this community.
I just like meeting new people and being able to try and tell them about all these cool pieces of equipment so they are able to go camping and to go fishing or any hunters so you can get out in rougher terrain that you can't get out in a regular wheelchair.
There is more possibilities for them to do it and that they can. And they can give them the opportunity to go out and go anywhere they want.
We love Compassion Mobility and how much they care about their community and how much they care about people, and it truly shows in everything they do.
We're always looking for new stuff, so I'm sure in the future we'll have something new and different that'll be exciting.
Welcome back to AYL TV. We are at Tip Over Challenge.
Tip Over Challenge.
I remember this one.
Look at Dan right behind us. You know, this is the pro right here. This is the guy that we really have learned all of our skills from.
Yes, thank goodness.
I remember the first time we went up this.
I know, I didn't even know it was Tip Over Challenge until we were done. And then they're like, it's Tip Over Challenge. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You just went over Tip Over Challenge?
I remember that. It was so great. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Well, you know what? While we're watching the whole group get over this, you guys check out next week's show.
Next week, Heather and Skylar Dykstra are heading on the trail for a birthday celebration as they climb the rocks at Little Moab. Then, Kurt Miles and Jake Anderson are meeting up with the guys from Young Power Sports as they give you the rundown of all the latest and greatest Polaris side-by-sides. Now, let's take a look at this week's contest winner. This week's contest winner was submitted to us via email by Amanda Dearden, and it looks like Amanda is the lucky winner of an outdoor stove from Camp Chef. Camp Chef offers the best way to get your cooking done in the outdoors. Visit campchef.com for more information. Congratulations, Amanda, and be sure to message us on Facebook, email us at social media at ayltv.com, or leave us a voicemail at 801-947-8888 within the next 2 weeks to claim your prize.
Next week's show looks great.
Well, yes, it does, but I think it's going to have a hard time beating this one because this was the best time. I've never had more fun on Hell's Revenge. Did we all have fun today?
Yeah,
we had a great time. We had the best trail leader, and we
Thank you.
appreciate your insight and all your education along the way and sharing all of your history. You guys do have the best job in the world.
Did he call that a job?
It's not a job, is it? It's just
No,
we're all just playing around. They're
Come on
all
down and
playing
play with
around.
us.
And we just kicked off Easter Jeep Safari.
Yep, 59th annual. Come on down. Check out the vendor show on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's a great week, great trail runs. So with all of that in mind, we're going to encourage all of you to get out and enjoy adventures you love. Yeah!